Welcome back to day 30. Today's practice is a celebration of moving forward. And I know that maybe some days were easy and some days you might have skipped, or maybe you just did 5 minutes. However you came to this reset month of 30 days is just an incredible commitment that you decided to do for yourself. And I'm really feel blessed and thankful that you followed me along the last 30 days. So today's practice is going to be about embodied the whole uh, 4 weeks that we did everything together. And let's just step right into it, okay? So making yourself comfortable in a seated position, and take a moment to allow yourself to settle in. Just noticing where you're at, connecting to your breathing. Taking in a few deep, full breaths to help ground and center your energy. Taking a moment to slowly open your eyes if they're closed. And let us bring our arms to the side, taking your right arm stretch to the side body. Breathe in, exhale. Start to warm and extend the side. Just feel yourself grounding down and lengthening the side body. On your next breath, release and side stretch. So today we'll be doing a combination of movement, some yin holds, always connecting to the breath, coming into that belly breath. And take a deep breath, breathe in, and exhale, release. Placing your hands on your knees, and let's move the lower back, rotation. Try to relax into the shoulders. And switch directions. And come to the center. Take a moment, draw your chin down, and inhale, roll to one side, relax your shoulders, stretching out the neck, and to the other side. One more on each side. Draw your chin down, take a deep breath, and come up. Bringing your hands onto your shoulders, and let's roll them back. Think about squeezing back your shoulder blades. Let's move with the breathing. And pause. We're going to switch over onto our hands and knees, tabletop. Moving into cat and cow, flexing the spine. So round your back. Taking a deep breath, breathe in, drop the belly, open up into cow. And exhale, push into your hands and knees, stretching that spine into cat. Let's move with the breath. Honoring your rhythm of breathing. Finishing one more round. And let's come into child pose. Open up your knees, bring both the feet together, sitting towards back, your feet. And we're going to come into a little bit more restorative yin rest in child pose, giving yourself time to release in the lower back, taking a deep breath, breathing in, exhaling out. Start to feel the cascade of breath as it releases down the back, through the hips, filling up into the belly and releasing. So we'll hold this for a little bit longer. This is a really nice nurturing pose. On your next breath, slowly come back onto your hands and knees, tabletop. And let's make circular movements with the hips and just kind of move your spine and loosen up your neck in one direction. Also warming up the wrists. And pause. Let's go in the other direction. Always taking a gentle approach just to see what's needed for you. And come back to table. Walk your hands back and let's loosen up the wrists. Coming back onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Coming to thread the needle, so you take your right arm, open up, and exhale, bring your right hand underneath, needling through, and tap your shoulder. And if your shoulder doesn't reach down, don't worry. It's the rotation. Breathe in, open up, and exhale. Let's do 2 more. And come back to table. Pause for a moment. Left side, breathe in, open up, and exhale underneath. Really use your breath to move your energy. And coming back to table. Tucking your toes underneath, we're going to come into downward dog. Keep your knees bent. And then slowly taking one heel down and then the other down, alternating. As you take your time to warm up the back of the hamstrings. And maybe from here, pause in full downward dog. Setting your gaze up in front, walk your right foot up to the front and drop your left knee down. Maybe wiggle your right foot a little bit more, coming into a low lunge, and draw your hips forward. You can come and place your hands on the fist or on your fingertips if you want more length. You can use blocks. And let's just hold this for a few breaths. Trying their best to keep the length in your spine. Sometimes we have to lift a little higher. And slowly let's rock back, coming into a half split, and move forward. Drop back and forward. Let's use the breath, breathing in and out. One more. And placing, whether you grab your foot, come onto your knee, and let's switch sides. So let's come first into downward dog. And breathe out. Taking your left foot, step it up, walk it up, or step forward. Drop your right knee down and place your right foot flat. You can wiggle your left foot up front a little bit more, creating a little more space. And I want you to face the front and drop the hips forward and down. Connect back into the breath. Noticing how one side feels from the other side. And just starting to feel good release in the inner thigh and hip. Take a deep breath, breathe in, rock back into a sort of a half split and forward. And back and forward. You can lift your foot up if you want, going a little deeper. 2 more. Great. And tuck your right toe underneath, lift your right knee up, and step back into downward dog. Stepping up to the front or walking your feet up, coming into a forward bend. Grab your elbows and fold forward, keeping the knees bent, and allow your upper back to soften. Bringing your attention to the base of your feet, just notice the pressure points. You want to find an even distribution in the base of your feet. Couple more breaths. Release your arms and inhale as you slowly come up to standing. Take your time as you uncurl the spine and roll your shoulders back. And maybe just a nice, soft, easy movement side to side. Soft bend to the knees. And coming into mountain pose. Take a deep breath, inhale, rise up with your arms, clasping your hands, breathe in, exhale, arch over to the right side, crescent moon. You want to engage the legs, keep the core strong, and find you don't have to go too deep. This is what feels right for you. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. And take a deep breath, inhale, lengthen up into the spine, and exhale, arch over to the other side. And take a deep breath, breathe in, reach up, and release your arms, coming down, breathe out. And soften for a moment. Coming up to the front top of your mat. Let's step back into warrior two. So taking the right leg and step back. You want to step far enough that it's the width of your wrists and your ankles, and then bend your left knee. So just be aware of your back foot that is parallel to the back of the mat, finding your center, and extend your arms out. So really, let's take a moment here to ground down, steady, keeping your center through the breath. You can either close your eyes or set your gaze to the front. Holding it a little longer today. Open your palm up the front palm, the left hand. We're coming into reverse warrior. So coming all the way, drawing your arm. You're feeling that side body stretch. Keep your knee bent. See if you can play with your balance, if you feel safe enough to close your eyes. But you don't have to. On your next breath, come back. And let's straighten out that front leg. Draw your hip back, coming into triangle pose. So draw the hip back and then drop down. So find the lengthen all the way the spine to the crown of the head and open your arms up. If you already have a practice, maybe you might look up towards your right thumb, but once again, not necessary. You want to imagine you're hugging those inner thighs like there's a ball in between the thighs. That will support your inner thighs. On your next breath, come back to warrior two and step up to the front. And just take a moment to pause. Always taking in mind, there's no rushing. You just reset into the next. Just kind of appreciating where you're at. Stepping back with your left foot. Once again, take your arms out, wrist to ankle, front heel to the back of the arch of the foot, and bend your right knee. You can set your gaze in front of your hand and come back into your breath. Opening your palm, right palm up, coming into reverse warrior. Bring your right arm over and left hand sits to the back of the left leg. Lengthen, feel yourself lengthen, but keep your right knee bent. And come back to your breath. On your next breath, come back into warrior two. Straighten out your front leg, your right leg. Draw your hip back. Extend your right arm out and dip down. Keep hugging those inner thighs like you have like a big bouncy ball in between your inner thighs. And extend the arms, opening up big wings. And come back to the belly breath. On your next breath, come back to warrior two. And then step up to mountain pose. And take a moment, soften. And mountain, bring your arms down. So let's flow through in sun salutation. Take your arms up, breathe in, and exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, gently fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, place your feet, step back into plank. Take a breath in. And exhale, bring your knees down. Come down onto your chest and your belly. Hands by the side of your chest and push it, come into cobra, lifting the chest up. So tuck those elbows in, lengthen the front of the body, breathe in, and exhale, push back into child pose for a moment. And come into downward dog. So you might have to walk your feet up a little bit when you come into downward dog. Bring your knees down and switch over, coming to sitting. And we're going to come right into butterfly pose, bringing your feet together. So you can hold your feet, your toes. Try to have a little softness in the arms. Taking a deep breath, breathe in and exhale, forward bend. Softening the upper body. Honoring where you're at. We will stay here for a little bit longer, coming more into a yin holding pose. There's no forcing, not trying to make it happen, just breathe through it. With each exhale, just notice if you can relax a little bit more. Just soften, relax your arms. Taking a deep breath, inhale. As you ground down from the base of your body, slowly rise up to sitting. Pause here. Let the blood come back down. And cross your legs. Coming into a seated twist. Take a deep breath. Inhale, lengthen up the arms and the spine. Exhale, cross your left hand to your right knee and roll your right shoulder back. Listen, if you get the other side, don't worry about it. And soften into the breath. Allow this rotation and twist to help massage your organs. Taking a deep breath, inhale, lengthen the arms up. And exhale, cross over to the other side. Taking your left shoulder and roll it back. Breathe in and exhale, twist towards the back. And then come into the belly breath. On your next breath, inhale, lengthen the arms up. And exhale, bring them down. slowly come into with your knees bent and roll your spine down. Resting your back, keep your knees bent. And stretch out your legs for final Savasana, resting pose. Just take a moment here, a few breaths to come into your awareness of letting go, feeling that peace within, settling your energy. Coming back into deepening your breathing, moving the fingers and toes, and wrists and ankles. Drawing your knees into your chest and rocking side to side. Rolling over to one side and gently coming up to sitting. And take a moment to enjoy this full body practice. Feeling the space between the breath, or your rested energy, inner peace as well. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. I want to thank you so much gratitude for joining me on day 30. And I want to celebrate your commitment to coming to some of the practices or all of them, whatever you took from it. So continue revisiting the videos. You can always use this as a 30-day reset anytime. And let the practice meet your real life and trust the small, quieter rhythms for you. So many blessings, and stay tuned for upcoming announcement that I will be sharing with you. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening.